When we're talking about Spartacus, the House of Ashur TV show, if we try to rank all those gladiators, fighters, conquerors, this is what my rating looks like. This is what I see. I see all these characters rated in this exact order. So for me, Cornelia #1. First, I thought basically that Cornelia, she was just cheesy, the same way that Caesar is. They were just too much. Every possible opportunity, they were trying to basically flex their power as Romans. But at some point, I realized something between their rivalry, between Cornelia and Ashur, between their interactions, in all those dialogues, how she was basically mocking him.
Pompey arrives in Capua?
The storm of shit you have conjured arrives.
Every time she tried to basically show Ashur his place in his own villa. And their rivalry, like, you know, it made like half of the season for me.
Gratitude.
It was actually perfect. So this rivalry is the best thing for me in this TV show. What do you think, guys? What do you think about Cornelia, and what do you think about Ashur? So next, I would give Ashur second place with his performance in this TV show. I guess really strong performance. He has developed, of course, he has improved throughout the season. He has shown growth. He has that emotional depth, and I can easily just empathize with that. Third place in my rating goes to Caesar. His smile, every time he is smiling, I'm like, oh my god. He's like not real. He's like so cheesy.
Smile, you fucking shit, or I'll have your life where you stand.
And it's like cringe at some point.
Oh, at least your wine doesn't taste of piss.
But it was funny. Every his dialogue, every his appearance, it was funny as hell, bro. He is like the comedy of this TV show, I guess. The same rivalry between Ashur and Caesar, but their rivalry was more physical. And Ashur basically defeated Caesar.
Hail Caesar.
So next place, Vidia, a noble woman. If we're talking about her complex relationship with Ashur, their chemistry, I think she deserves to be on this fourth place because of that chemistry, because of that secrecy they have. It created some mystery, let's say. And now that basically her father died, it's gonna be even more interesting to watch if it's gonna be next season. I understand that basically a lot of sympathy towards Messia, but I put Hilara higher than Messia because I think something really appealing in this Hilara character and her strategic loyalty, I would say. This strategic loyalty is something like you cannot understand if you're not watching closely. She is not just stupidly in love with Ashur, she is not just loyal, she's not just like that. She is thinking from the perspective of potential basically position in his ludus. She has all the potential to grow into his full-time partner, I think. And next place, I rated Messia. Her unrequited feelings, they kind of betrayed her. I think as much as I love this character, she could have moved on way early from this Hilara Ashur mess. They could have actually just appreciated way more her personality. She was too much maybe kind. Together with Cornelia, she has so much potential to come back and to show those Hilara and Ashur that basically they wasted such good material, they wasted such good character, they wasted such good person. and she chosen Cornelia's side. Messia basically left Ashur and Hilara. And now we are moving to Achilia, the most fearless out of all women. She was of course the champion. By the end of the season, she became the champion. The core of her character is like past, her childhood, her trauma, and that basically her father gave her to Romans. I can see her struggle, I can see her pain. Ilata, I think Ilata deserves to be right here. One of the most beautiful characters in this TV show. And Taron, he is lower than Ilata. In the TV show, actually, he is holding like better position than she is. But I think his stupid decision to break up with her just because she makes him soft apparently, and this preventing him from becoming a champion. But I think what actually preventing him from becoming a champion is his personality. He's like way too much like a child, you know, he cannot just hold his emotions when it really needed. He basically let a lot of bad stuff happen, especially to his father, because he was the reason why basically his father died. And his father, only 2-star character, because I think maybe his connection with Achilia wasn't working for me, like a little boring maybe. So his son injured Achilia. He was forced to replace her, and he died in that arena during that fight. I started literally sympathize this character after like his death, of course, because that was brutal again. And so we have those two. This man, they call him half man or little man. He is the only left out of those 3. And he is holding last place just because they were perfect addition to this TV show, and I think he deserves to be here. This dude Doctore, he is also right there. He is also last place in my rating because I didn't really care too much about his storyline. So what do you think, guys? If we're talking about beauty, aesthetic, if we're talking about emotions, characters development, acting, every possible aspect you can imagine, think about that. Think about what you appreciate in those characters, and based on that, make your decision